Hello everybody, this is Gosho, and welcome back to Ask Gosho. Today we have our expert AI joining us, and we're diving into one of the most controversial FIFA World Cups we've ever seen. This tournament has had everything: last-minute drama, unbelievable upsets, VAR controversies, political debates, ticket price complaints, and some incredible football. So today, we're separating emotion from reality and discussing the biggest talking points of the World Cup. Let's get into it. Hello, AI. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Gosho. It's been an extraordinary tournament. We've witnessed fantastic football, but we've also seen debates that go far beyond what happens on the pitch. That's what makes this World Cup so fascinating and so divisive. Let's begin with arguably the biggest controversy of the tournament. Egypt were leading Argentina 2-0 with just minutes remaining before Argentina completed an incredible comeback to win 3-2. After the match, Egypt's coach, Hussam Hassan, suggested FIFA wanted Lionel Messi and Argentina to stay in the tournament. Gosho, do you think that accusation has any merit, or was it simply an emotional reaction after a heartbreaking defeat?
I completely understand where the emotion comes from. When your team throws away a 2-goal lead in a World Cup knockout match, every decision feels bigger than it really is. But at the same time, we have to separate frustration from evidence. There isn't any credible evidence that FIFA deliberately tried to help Argentina. The controversial decisions have been debated because people disagree on how the rules were interpreted, not because there's proof of match fixing or bias. Could the refereeing have been more consistent? Absolutely. Is it fair for Egyptian fans to feel disappointed? Of course, but saying the tournament was manipulated is a much bigger claim, and right now, there's simply no evidence to support it.
Another story involving Egypt sparked huge debate. FIFA instructed Egypt to remove the 7 stars above their badge during the tournament because those stars represent Africa Cup of Nations titles, while FIFA traditionally reserves stars for World Cup victories. Fair rule or disrespectful to African football?
Honestly, I can understand both sides. Those 7 stars represent genuine achievements. Winning the Africa Cup of Nations 7 times is an incredible accomplishment and something Egyptian football should be proud of. But FIFA also wants one universal standard across international competitions. Their position is that stars on national team jerseys represent World Cup titles only. Though I don't think it's about disrespecting Egypt. It's more about applying one rule consistently. Whether that's the best rule is another debate entirely.
This World Cup has been called one of the most political tournaments in history. Travel restrictions, tensions between the host nations, protests, and security concerns have dominated headlines alongside football. Has politics overshadowed the tournament?
To some extent, yes, but I also think that was almost unavoidable. When you're hosting the biggest sporting event in the planet across 3 countries, global politics naturally become part of the conversation. Some people believe sports should speak out on social issues. Others believe football should remain completely separate from politics. Neither view is unreasonable. Personally, I think once the whistle blows, football should be the main focus, but it's impossible to pretend the outside world doesn't exist.
Another controversial issue has been visa approvals. Some fan groups reported significant difficulties attending matches, leading to accusations that genuine supporters were being left behind. What's your take?
It's definitely concerning whenever fans who have legitimate tickets can't attend. At the same time, immigration authorities don't make decisions based solely on whether someone is attending a football match. They also consider documentation, security checks, and immigration laws. The challenge is transparency. If approval rates appear dramatically different between groups, people naturally ask questions. The more transparent the process is, the easier it becomes for fans to trust that everyone is being treated fairly.
Let's talk about another difficult topic. Reports about migrant workers involved in the tournament infrastructure have once again raised concerns about labor protections. Have lessons really been learned since previous World Cups?
Progress has definitely been made compared with past tournaments, but clearly there are still challenges. The biggest issue is that organizing committees can introduce strong policies, but enforcement often depends on contractors and local authorities. If oversight isn't consistent, problems can still occur. The World Cup is supposed to unite the world, and that includes making sure the people building it are treated fairly.
Here's another debate. Whenever a controversial disciplinary decision gets overturned before a major knockout match, people immediately wonder whether outside pressure influenced the process. How should fans look at situations like that?
The key is evidence. Appeals happen in every major tournament. Sometimes referees make mistakes, and disciplinary committees reverse those decisions. That's part of football. The problem starts when influential public figures comment on individual cases. Even if the appeal process was completely independent, public involvement creates the perception that politics affected football. Sometimes perception can become almost as powerful as reality. That's why transparency is so important.
Quick answers. Biggest surprise of the tournament?
The number of underdogs who genuinely believe they could compete. The expanded World Cup has produced some unforgettable stories.
Best player so far?
Lamine Yamal has been sensational, but Lionel Messi continues to remind everyone why he's one of the greatest footballers ever.
Best match?
Argentina versus Egypt. Whether you loved it or hated it, everyone is still talking about it.
One thing FIFA should improve before the next World Cup.
Better communication. Whether it's VAR, ticketing, travel, or disciplinary decisions, fans deserve clearer explanations. Transparency builds trust.
One thing this tournament has proven is that football is about much more than 90 minutes. It's about passion. It's about debate. It's about moments that millions of people experience together.
Exactly. Whether you agree with every decision or not, this World Cup has reminded us why football is called the world's game. There are heroes, there are villains, there are unforgettable moments, and there are conversations that continue long after the final whistle. Thanks to our AI expert for joining us today, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's discussion, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments which controversy has been the biggest talking point at this World Cup. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, enjoy the football.